What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today is our first day of testing. So today we're gonna put the Sparrow through its paces. So stay tuned. All set?
All set.
So the first one we're going to be testing is going to be the Sparrow. Sparrow 200. It's from Climbing Technology. And here on the board is some of the tests that we're going to put it through. We're going to put all the devices through the same sort of testing. First one is basic rope maneuvers. Trust me, we checked Google for every spelling of this to make sure it's as close as possible. The next one is hauling and lowering. So we're going to do some testing, put the device in some haul lowering situations, and we'll see how it handles. The next one is two-person rescue load. So this one's got the little spur on the side, so for the added friction for a rescue. So we're going to see how that pans out. The next one is overall functionability at heights. So if it's cumbersome up there, you know, switching over from ascent to descent, stuff like that, threading the rope and that, and we're just going to see how easily it works at heights if you're not messing around and stuff. So just check the overall function at heights. Last one, somebody had made a comment that they want to see the price and availability. So it's a good one because some of these can be like $200–300. Some of them are up to $700. So we're going to see if they're worth their price, and that could, you know, be a deciding factor for some people if it's worth it. You know what I mean? And we're just going to kind of give it a check mark for each one of these to see, like, if we think it's crap, if it's good, or if it's awesome. All right, we're not going to be giving any technical pros, cons, whatever. We're just going to go through these simple tests, and we're going to give it an evaluation and go from there. You guys, I'm sure you're going to do all your own testing too and play around. So this is just going to be our input. All right. So let's get kitted up. Let's go. How was that?
Very good, actually. It's a very smooth device. One thing that I've noticed right off the bat that I really like is when you're loading the rope into the Sparrow, we start over this side of friction groove there. As soon as you get down on this side of the cam, see how the cam kind of flips over and that little shoulder, I guess we'll call it, flips in and locks the rope in. I kind of like that because as soon as that's in there, I can't pull that out while I finish my thread. Sorry. So I kind of like that feature that it holds the rope in place. It just makes it a little bit easier when you're threading this when you're hanging up there.
Sweet, okay. Let's get on to the next one now. So hauling and lowering, do you want to do that or should we do the two-person rescue while we're here?
Let's do the hauling and lowering.
All right, let's go, let's set it up.
Awesome.
All right, so we're about to haul our load up and you'll see behind me, we just got our rescue dummy there. It's probably about 160 pounds, 180 pounds. And we've put in, if you can see that, this is the Enforcer by Rock Exotica. It measures the load and stuff. So we're gonna see if it gives us any type of reading when we're, like any type of resistance. So we can see how much resistance is going through the, like the device to see how much we're losing. All right, so you're all set to haul?
Yeah, I'm ready to haul.
All right, let's do it.
Hauling.
Okay, stop right there. Let's just see how much load you got on there.
It's loaded. Right about there.
There you go. So about 50, 60 pounds of force to overcome the friction in the device. So let's raise them up as high as we can, and then we'll switch over to lower.
Sounds good. All right, so now I've disconnected my haul system, and we're going to bring our rescue Randy back down, and we'll see how it goes. So the one thing we've noticed once the kind of tension's off the system with this device is feeding slack through isn't quite as easy as some of the other devices. It's working for me there, but I've noticed in playing around with it that it gets a little bit kind of sticky, if you will, to find that sweet spot and kind of get slack pulled out. So definitely something that I wouldn't say is favorable about it.
All right, so we're going to do the rescue from descent, and nothing too technical, just the easy one, just so we can show how the device operates with a two-person load on descent using this little friction spur as added friction. So I'm already past this descender on my backup, and I'm up to his backup with my descender. So I'm just going to make my two connections to him, and then I'm going to take him out of the system, and we're gonna head down. So first, got my little quick draw from the backside of my carabiner where the descender is, and I'm gonna go to his ventral ring. Then I'll take my adjustable lanyard, connect it up to a sternum, sternum. I'm gonna pull it in. So I'm about 20 centimeters or so. So now I got 2 points of connection. I'm trying to social distance, but it's hot as hell. So now I got 2 points of connection. I can take him out of the system. So first, take his backup off, get that out of the way. And you always want to make sure that your ropes are clear. All right. Okay, so he's out of the system now. It's completely attached to me. Let's get this through the little friction spur. All right. Always make sure your ASAP is working first. And let's head down. Not too bad, nice and smooth. A little bit of a pain trying to ascend in this thing, but other than that, yeah, it went pretty smooth coming down. I like it. All right, so there you have it. We did all our testing on this one. Now, just to make a note here, the one that we tested is the 200, if you can see that. Now, PMI Rope has announced that there is a 200R out there now, so we put it up here, and the only real difference they say with it is that it's got an improved spring for the friction spur. To be honest, none of us even felt there was an issue with the friction spur, but anyway, the new one has a new friction spur, so it's a spring in there apparently they fixed. So all right, well, let's give it our honest thought. What do you think for basic rope maneuvers? What did you think?
I liked it. It was a very smooth device. Like I mentioned before, the one thing I really like when you're actually feeding the rope in is the shoulder kind of clips over and holds the rope in place when I'm feeding it. A little bit of a learning curve for me just because I'm a little inexperienced with it, but all in all, I thought it was a really smooth device. I liked it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you going to give it? For basic rope maneuvers.
Rope maneuvers, between good and awesome, I'm gonna go probably good. I'm a little bit biased with the devices I'm used to, I think. I'm gonna give it 3 check marks myself.
3, okay.
Yeah, I liked it.
Good stuff. That's, yeah, literally good. So the next one, hauling and lowering.
So hauling with it, I really liked it. I found most of my experience with the ID itself, this had a lot less friction in it. I liked hauling on it. Same with ascending up through it. I just felt that the device allowed the rope to move a lot more freely than the ID. I had absolutely no issues with that. Same with lowering. The only reason why it's not awesome is I found as soon as the tension was off of the system, feeding that slack through, I fought with it almost every time we try to test with it. So I'm gonna have to stick with the good just because that slack, I just couldn't get it to work.
Fair enough. So another good.
Good.
So far so good.
Yeah.
Next one, 2-person rescue load. Well,
that one's on you.
Uh-oh. The 2-person rescue load. I thought it was pretty good. Once I got up to ascending and I had the his backup device there, it still had a ways to go, but trying to ascend, feed the rope in, seemed to be a bit of an issue. So I didn't really like that too much, but as soon as I got him all transferred over to me and using the friction spur, I thought it went really well. Like it fed through the device nice and smooth, and the friction spur was, I thought it was great. But again, I think because of the trying to get up part that I was having an issue with, is I'm gonna give it a 3 as well. There you go. So I think just by those top 3 categories that we've talked about, gets us right into the overall function at heights. Just trying to, when you're up at heights and you're moving, transferring from one rope to another, and it's feeding the rope in, and I don't know if it's because we're so familiar with using one particular device, and this is all kind of new to us. I think we both struggled a little bit at first trying to get the rope through it, but once it was in, I think it seemed to get a little bit easier. So I don't want to be too hard on it, but the functionality, I wouldn't say it's awesome, but definitely I'm thinking good. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Good?
It'd be good, yeah.
All right, so there you go.
All right, now the big question.
Now the big question. Everybody wants to know. Price and availability. Well, the price, if you go to PMI Rope, PMI is the distributor for climbing technology out in the States. Their price for it, ready for this? US dollars. Converting that to Canadian dollars here for the exchange rate, about $310. And for availability, usually PMI, they have this kind of stuff in stock. So to get it here to Canada, it usually takes about 7 to 10 days. So not too bad. So availability is pretty good. 7 to 10 days here in Canada. In the US, they probably have it in stock, so you can probably have it in 1 to 2 days, depending on your shipping. So there you go. Anything you want to add, Trevor?
No, I think we got it all.
Sweet. So there's the first test done on the Sparrow. Hope you guys liked it. If you have any comments, which I'm sure you're going to, it will really help us on doing the testing to the next few devices. So we're going to stick to this criteria when we do the other testing, and then we'll see how it all pans out in the end, as far as price comparison to functionality and, you know, just ergonomics, just dealing with the devices in the certain positions and stuff. So hope you liked the video. If you did, just give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe, put your notifications on so you know when the next videos are coming up. So thanks a lot, guys, and we'll catch you at the next one.